Well, good morning, everyone. It's beautiful Monday morning. It's August 10th, 2020. And I know this is going to be a great week because God always has something to say to us. And especially today, I think he's going to speak to us. Our readings are out of a new book. It's out of the Old Testament, and it's from the prophet Ezekiel. And Ezekiel wrote about the same time as Daniel and another prophet from the Old Testament, about 593 BC. And it was during a time that's called the Babylonian exile. It's a very famous time when Babylon and King Nebuchadnezzar invaded Israel and took them off and actually deported them from Jerusalem and their home area into the city of Babylon. And in this first chapter, we find out that Ezekiel evidently had a very active dream life. God spoke to him through some very, very vivid visions. And in this first one, Ezekiel describes this first vision that he had. And there's this windstorm and a fire and four creatures and they have four faces and four wings, and there's wheels within a wheel and that moved whenever the creatures would move. And all of this seems to be a setup for God coming to Ezekiel and speaking to him. We find out what Ezekiel says in verse 28, the last verse of the chapter. It says, all around him was like a glowing halo, like a rainbow shining in the clouds on a rainy day. This is what the glory of the Lord looked like to me. When I saw it, I fell face down on the ground, and I heard someone's voice speaking to me. Wow, Ezekiel experienced the glory of the Lord, and it causes him to fall face down in amazement and respect. And later we find out it causes him to obey, because we read that God had a job for Ezekiel. And with an introduction like that, I'm sure Ezekiel was all ears. Now, quite honestly, God has never spoken to me this way. How about you? But that doesn't mean God doesn't use other means to get my attention, to cause amazement, respect, and obedience. I don't hear voices, but I certainly do get impressions and even whispers. Sometimes they come from the verses of Scripture that we read every morning, where God just simply reminds me of His love or of the peace that I can experience when I give Him all my worries. It could be an Arizona sunset or sunrise that reminds me of how good He is. And sometimes God even brings a person's name to mind. And from experience, I know that that's something I need to pay attention to. Maybe I need to pray for him, or maybe even give him a telephone call. I've even had times where God prompts me to give a financial gift to someone. I just know that God is speaking all the time. The real question is, am I listening? So, does God speak to you? I know He does. What's God saying to you? God's speaking, and I know we want to listen. So today I want you to keep your ears open and listen to what He's saying. Have a wonderful day.
If these devotional videos are helpful to you, subscribe to our channel and click the notification button so you know when we post a new video. And of course, please share them with others.